Okay. We are going to The Hague now. We're gonna go visit some friends. Honestly, I have never been in a more busy time, and every time I travel, it's literally the busiest time ever. And that stresses me out a bit sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm literally. And look, the house is a fucking mess, that's on me. But I need to tell myself that I'm a fucking first world NPC complaining about being able to travel a lot. I fucking love it. You know what I mean? And obviously, work can always be done whenever, but memories can't be replaced. So yeah, we're gonna go to Den Haag. Gonna continue doing some work over there. Right now, I just dropped 10 G's, 10 full G's on a coaching offer, which I'm very excited about. This is, I think, what is going to take me towards the next level. That plus a bit of grit and execution on my end. And that happened yesterday, so we're basically going all in right now. But exciting times, and I will see you there. Peace. Guys, we officially are getting some motion. Honestly, the biggest thing about this online business stuff is knowing that outsourcing as soon as possible, delegating your tasks to other people for a bit of money is probably the most high leverage activity you can do right now, because when you're doing everything yourself, you feel stuck in all of the tasks from creativity, operations, sales. And there's something that happens when you're in that situation where you're doing everything yourself. It is that you think you're making progress because of the amount of work that you're taking on. But what actually happens is that you're so stuck in the day-to-day grind of doing low leverage tasks like video editing, like admin, like sending out emails, all of those things that don't really push things forward. You can basically gaslight yourself into thinking that you're making good progress, but actually not, right? You're just staying at this little toxic cycle of busy work. And that was my problem for the longest time. Like, I was always, let me just put this camera down. Like that was my problem for the longest time. I would always get stuck in like the endless cycle of low leverage tasks. And I'd be surprised as to why I wasn't making any progress. Right now, I've got an executive assistant, I've got a video editor, and I'm trying to figure out the best ways to leverage them fully, right? They're my people capital at the end of the day. When you're starting out, another thing that I realized is that you cannot afford to have people anything less than 100% of their output, because you're at such a sensitive area where you're spending your scarce capital in the very beginning of scaling a business on other people, and you have to be ruthless with your time and your expectations, because if anything slips below the standard that you're looking for, it's going to create drag in management, it's going to create drag in deliverable quality, and all of these things, they need to be snipped off or cut off as soon as possible. You can't be allowing drag into your business, especially in the beginning, because it's all about momentum, right? It's all about motion. Like right now, my goal is to create a system, like Matt Gray, a system where we can get the most bang for our buck with the bandwidth that all of us have. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for that. It is Saturday morning, 9 a.m. We have a call in an hour and then an event at 12. So this is how you sneak a 10-minute workout in the morning and start your day strong. Saturdays I used to use it to rest. I used to had like a few big burnouts, and to help with them, I'll just sleep in like 10 hours or so, and it would help me a lot. But now I'm at a point where like I do need to work on the weekends, right? And it's a weird feeling when you wake up on a Saturday and you still feel like you're going on at full steam and you haven't had a break, so to say. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, don't you?
Yo, what's up?
Hey man, how we doing? Yeah, long time man. A few weeks now.
Yeah.
How's everything been?
It's good.
Right there, what you saw was the culmination of just a bunch of clips that I stitched together to create that vlog. I've been putting vlogging off for such a long time simply because it's such like it's not a complex thing to do, but it takes a lot of time and it's where I have to get the most creative. So I've been just putting things together to create a narrative, and I hope you liked it. But I've realized that building in public is actually one of the most important things that you can do, or it's the action that will bring back the most return on investment in the future. And because of the fact that you don't get immediate results, I've always been putting it off, right? But I'm getting to a point now where I'm finally falling in love with the process of content creation again. And honestly, that feeling is just so nice, because I've always looked at content as something where I was doing it in order to gain something from it. For example, for my Instagram, I'd be shooting content so I could gain leads from it, so I could gain followers. And having that mindset was always wrong, because it felt like I was going to work every time I was putting up the camera. When finally now something just ended up clicking, and I'm falling in love with the process of just putting videos out there. And it's a wonderful feeling. And that means that things like vlogging, things like putting up the camera, shooting short form, being creative, no longer feel like work, and I just want to put ideas out there. And all this to say is that we've got more coming. And also wanted to take this time to really talk about like what content has done for me and how it's affected my situation to where I am now. Like literally, I can confidently tie back all of the opportunities and all of the revenue and income I'm earning back to content creation and back to putting videos out there on the internet. I started around 3 years ago. I was just putting, shitty how-tos on Instagram. I was writing blogs as well. This was when the blog era was ending. And I got no results from it. Like nothing came out of it. And then I kept on going. I only have 1,600 followers at the time of shooting this. But all of my clients and many of my amazing friends that I travel to see and that I work with at the moment, and like I said, many of the people who work with me as clients have come from them either seeing some of my content or by being referred to by people who have seen my content. And I used to be a guy who had no idea how to run an online business. I had no idea how to play this game of online business. I had no network. I started literally from zero. I was supposed to be in healthcare. I studied to be a psychologist, and I just 180'd. But anyways, I'm a bit sick as well, so bear with me here. But the very action of me just putting myself out there on the internet allowed eyes to come onto my story, my competence, my results, and it also allowed me to meet people that I would have never met in the real, and create this entire community of people that I meet online, which you ultimately end up meeting in person because you just relate to each other a lot. And if I could start, if I could tell anybody like what's the single best thing to do when you want to build a life for yourself, when you want to take back control of your situation or of your outcomes, it is to create a personal brand, put yourself out there, let the world see your voice,
Let people hate you, let people love you because of what you put out there, and let people see the journey that you've been taking yourself on with this content, because at the end of the day, me speaking to this camera has allowed me to realize why I actually want to speak to this camera. And yeah, leads and money is good, but at the end of the day, me being able to express myself like this has made me realize that I ultimately just want to help people. I want to show people how beautiful the journey of entrepreneurship is, what it can do to your heart and soul, and also to your financial situation. And I think that is a mission that I want to embark on for the rest of my life. And I was able to find that mission because of content. So if I could stress one thing, it is that get a camera, use your phone. If you have a camera, great. Press the on button. Film yourself talking and expressing your thoughts. Speak to one specific person. Try to help them towards a dream outcome that you currently have, or you currently have the information to get towards. And put your voice out there so that other people who resonate with you can find you. And that's how you build community. That's how you build purpose. And that's how you fucking move forward. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. Hopefully the next few vlogs are going to be a bit more detailed and a bit nicer. And I'll see you on there. Peace out.